The Marvel Cinematic Universe and subsequent multiverse is home to some of the most powerful pieces of weaponry and equipment in all of cinema. One of these weapons specifically is Captain America's nigh indestructible vibranium shield.
What do you think?
Well, you would think it's indestructible the way he uses it, but I'm here to tell you how it's not. In fact, there are a good handful of tools and gadgets that can put a dent or leave a crack in Howard Stark's gift to Steve Rogers. That being said, here are 10 MCU weapons and or equipment that can break Captain America's shield. Let's go! Although the Vision has suffered his fair share of defeats in the MCU, the Multiverse Saga showed us all just how dangerous that synthetic Avenger can truly be. During the season finale of Marvel's What If, we learned that Vision is more than capable of destroying Captain America's shield using the lasers he can shoot from his head gem, which actually derives from the Mind Stone. Now, in this particular instance, we are talking about a variant of the Vision we all know and love from an alternate universe, where Ultron grants the Synthezoid with the power originally intended for him, but it is technically canon and therefore counts. This next entry on our list goes without saying, because not only does it possess the power of the aforementioned Mind Stone, but the Infinity Gauntlet harnesses the power of all 6 Infinity Stones combined. Whoever wields the Infinity Gauntlet is capable of destroying virtually anything, so the rest goes without saying. As we saw in Avengers Infinity War, nothing and no one is safe from the Infinity Gauntlet, presumably even Cap's shield. The best and most reliable method of destroying vibranium objects is by using other vibranium objects, and this next entry falls under that category. With Wakanda being the homeland for the vast majority of the vibranium on Earth, it goes without saying that Black Panther's suit, daggers, and claws are made from the metal alloy. The movie Captain America: Civil War showcased just how susceptible Cap's shield is to Black Panther's claws, when T'Challa used the iconic weapon as a scratching post. If given the time, whoever Black Panther is in the MCU, whether it be T'Challa or Shuri, they could shred Captain America's shield to bits. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever revealed that Namor and the Talokans have had access to vibranium. Much like Wakanda, Talokan has used vibranium to craft weapons and advanced technologies. One of these weapons possessed by Namor is his trusty spear. Combine the craftsmanship of Namor's spear and his human-mutant hybrid super strength, and without a shadow of a doubt, the feathered serpent god could puncture a hole through Captain America's shield. Now, I know what you're thinking. How could Cap's shield break Cap's shield if Cap is shielding the shield, breaking Cap's? Oh no, I'm going cross-eyed. All joking aside, Steve Rogers has fought Steve Rogers in the MCU before, as seen during Avengers Endgame, and it didn't really turn out that well for Steve Rogers. Considering the fact that variants of Captain America exist across the multiverse, including slightly altered versions with variants of their own like Captain Carter,
exactly.
This means that there are a myriad of vibranium shields out there beyond the ones we've already seen. And what have we learned about vibranium in this video thus far? Vibranium can destroy vibranium, so because of this, Cap's shield makes the list. I've spent the majority of this video talking about the infallible Steve Rogers, naturally, and we shouldn't forget that in the MCU we have a new Captain America, and this one can fly. Sam Wilson is Captain America and was the Falcon. Wilson was given a new set of Falcon wings created by the Wakandans, just for him, and as I'm sure you'd guess, they're made of vibranium. This next entry is yet another weapon that was already awesome and powerful. Bucky Barnes, aka the Winter Soldier's cybernetic arm, was originally designed for him by Hydra. Years later, Shuri gave Bucky an upgraded vibranium version of this arm, and the Winter Soldier hasn't looked back since. Beyond being a powerfully significant plot point in the MCU, considering how Shuri's brother T'Challa wanted to literally kill Bucky not long before this, Winter Soldier's cybernetic arm is one of the most powerful vibranium weapons ever produced. Assuming that vibranium is the hardest and most indestructible metallic alloy in the Marvel Cinematic Universe up until recently would be assuming correctly. However, with the confirmation of both Deadpool and Wolverine making their way to the MCU in the upcoming Deadpool 3 movie, we know it will imply that basically everything from all of the X-Universe movies is technically canon now. In the comics, adamantium is the definitive strongest metal in the known universe, and Wolverine's bones are covered with it. Now, perhaps adamantium is yet to be discovered in the MCU's primary universe, or they'll come up with some other wacky story to explain its absence. But ultimately what matters here is that if Wolverine exists in one of the MCU's many universes, then so does adamantium, and so do his claws. Therefore, he can chop through Cap's shield like butter. In his attack on Earth during the final act of Avengers Endgame, Thanos brought along his hefty double-edged sword for the battle. Though unconfirmed, it is very likely that this blade was composed of the powerful and cosmic metal called Uru. Now in the comics, Uru doesn't appear to be stronger than vibranium, but in the MCU, it appears it is. I say this because after a series of powerful blows, Thanos was able to destroy Captain America's shield with his double-edged sword. Wanda Maximoff, otherwise known as the Scarlet Witch, is one of the strongest Avengers of all time, and has only scraped the surface of her powers in the MCU. Using her natural and potentially mutant abilities, combined with the spells and enchantments learned from the Darkhold, Scarlet Witch has shown that not only can she destroy things, but she can create them as well. So why do Wanda's psychic powers make our list? Well, because she used those powers to destroy Thanos' double-edged Uru blade from the previous entry, which was used to destroy Captain America's shield. And there you have it. Did we leave any weapons or equipment out? Tell us in the comments section below, and be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons so you don't miss any combative comic content.